The story begins in a world during a zombie apocalypse. Two baseball buddies, Mikey and Ben, are among the few survivors. They are forced to roam through the forest and the provinces of New England in search of supplies, periodically defending themselves from bloodthirsty zombies. In reality, the post-apocalyptic world turns out to be very boring, and most of the time, they have nothing to do. Ben adapts to the new reality more quickly than his friend, learning how to kill zombies and obtain food through improvised means. Mikey, on the other hand, is afraid to use weapons and prefers to disconnect from reality with the help of music. During another surprise attack, the boys find an abandoned car. A female zombie emerges from the car, but Ben reacts quickly and shoots her in the head. The boys consider themselves lucky. The car starts immediately, and now they can continue their journey with a vehicle. Mikey tells Ben to stop by his ex-girlfriend's house to find supplies there. While Ben searches for zombies in the house, Mikey becomes nostalgic in his ex-girlfriend's room. He takes a new CD from her closet, then smells her clothes and perfume. Ben, on the other hand, only chooses what can be useful to them during the journey and finds two battery-powered radios among the items. The boys take blankets and pillows from the girls' room to spend the night in the car. Mikey is tired of searching through abandoned houses and spending the night on the streets, so he tells Ben to stay in the house for a while. Ben is convinced that staying in one place is not safe and that they need to keep moving to survive. He reminds his friend that at the beginning, they locked themselves in Mikey's house for 3 months with his entire family. Being in a confined space proved to be hell. They quickly ran out of food, and Ben had to kill the dog to prevent the family from starving. Eventually, the zombies entered the house, and only the two friends survived the massacre. Mikey agrees with his friend, and the two continue their journey with no specific destination. One day, Mikey finds the radios and puts batteries in them. He and Ben decide to check the radio's range, but suddenly pick up someone else's signal. The boys listen to the conversations of survivors discussing a shopping list for the people in that location. For the first time in a long time, Mikey hears other voices. From their dialogues, he understands that somewhere not far from them, there are people who continue to live as before. They celebrate birthdays, watch movies, and always have something to eat. Mikey decides to intervene and ask them to join their camp. A male voice on the radio responds rudely and says there's no place for them in the camp. The voice also instructs the other person named Annie to cut off contact with the boys. Desperate, Mikey tries to negotiate with them, but they cut off the connection. Ben calmly accepts what happened and offers to forget the conversation, but Mikey can't accept rejection and continues to try to contact Annie. Ben jokes about Mikey's actions, telling his friend that he's too romantic towards the stranger and hopes in vain that she will turn out to be a sensual beauty from the movies who will save him from the zombie invasion. Ben, on the other hand, is more realistic and advises Mikey to follow his example to survive. The friends come across an abandoned motel. Mikey goes to check the building and immediately changes his mind. Zombies have been locked in one of the rooms. Ben has to take control again and protect him from the undead. He tries to get his friend to join him in learning how to kill zombies, but Mikey doesn't see the need. Soon, Mikey has the chance to face a zombie one-on-one. Ben goes to take a bath while Mikey sleeps in the car. Because of this, he doesn't see a female zombie approaching the car. The zombie gets very close and tries to get in, but eventually, the boy wakes up. Mikey is very scared and doesn't know what to do and how to defend himself. It's his first time alone with a zombie, so he desperately tries to call Ben to save him. After observing the zombie's actions for a while, the boy realizes that she doesn't know how to get inside, and she will rub against the car forever. Then the boy realizes that, although she is a zombie in front of him, she was once a beautiful girl, as Mikey has spent many months without intimacy. He decides to take advantage of the situation. The climax of their romantic moment is interrupted by Ben, who returns to the car and shoots the zombie in the head. Tension between friends grows. They set off again and search for abandoned houses. At one point, Mikey loses his temper and tells his friend that they will stay overnight in a house. Ben agrees, but takes Mikey's headphones. He explains this by saying that Mikey is putting their lives in danger because he might not hear the approaching zombies due to the music. Ben tries to explain to his friend that they need to work together and help each other to survive. After his friend's words, Mikey gets angry again and leaves. Mikey tries to contact Annie again. The girl finally responds and tells him that he could be exiled because of his conversation with her. She warns him that the survivors' camp is not what Mikey thinks it is and asks him to give up. The boy is ready to leave his friend alone to reach the camp. But Annie rudely cuts off the conversation. Meanwhile, Ben finally allows himself some relaxation. He turns on the music, then drinks and dances with his gun. In the middle of the night, he hears suspicious noises outside the house and captures a zombie. Ben decides to teach his friend an extreme survival lesson. He leaves a bat next to Mikey while he's asleep, puts the captured zombie in the room, and locks the door. Waking up, Mikey asks his friend to help him, but Ben insists that he should kill the zombie with a bat. For some time, screams and sounds of hits can be heard from the room. Ben cautiously opens the door and sees his friend breathing heavily, completely covered in zombie blood. Furious, Mikey pounces on his friend and beats him. Despite this, Ben is happy that Mikey has finally managed to get up and kill a zombie for the first time. Mikey tells his friend about the conversation with Annie, who asked him to forget the camp. After losing hope, the boy starts crying. Ben calms him down, and the two of them continue their journey, enjoying the beautiful nature around them and finding fun in their surroundings. The friends go fishing together, share life stories, play baseball with apples, and eat fruit directly from the trees. One day, they come across an empty, abandoned car in the middle of the road. Brave Ben decides to siphon the gas, but Mikey notices that the car seems to have been stopped for a few minutes. The boys realize they are not alone and call out to the owner of the car. No one responds, so Ben decides to finish what he started and doesn't notice a man taking Mikey hostage, holding a knife to his throat. The man demands the car keys from them, threatening to kill Mikey if they don't comply. Ben then tries to make him think and asks who he wants to escape from if he's willing to kill an innocent for it. The man says that some promise to let him go and provide supplies and a truck if he works for them all winter. But these people lied, and now he needs to get rid of them. The man gets angry again and threatens to cut Mikey's eye to calm him down. Ben says he has the keys in the car. Ben promises the man that he will leave the gun and won't stop him from leaving if he releases Mikey. The man agrees, pushes the frightened boy, and gets behind the wheel. But the keys are not in the car, they're in Ben's back pocket. He realizes his mistake and then tries to escape, but Ben kills him, leaving Mikey in shock. The boys argue about the rightness of this act. Suddenly, they realize that the people they were running from have arrived. A female voice coming from the car announces that they have come in peace and only want to take the abandoned car. Mikey sees nothing wrong with it, while Ben remains vigilant and points his loaded gun at the stranger's car. A beautiful girl and a big man with a gun step out of the car. The girl orders her assistant to take a gas gun instead of a weapon, and together they approach the boys. The girl asks them who was driving the car, and Ben lies, saying that the driver was bitten by a zombie and had to be shot. The girl continues the conversation and asks if this man said anything about himself and the origin of the car. Ben realizes that this is the group that was tracking the strange man and decides to pretend he was crazy. He says the driver didn't say anything strange. Mikey, on the other hand, doesn't understand the danger of the situation and recognizes the girl as the other person on the radio, Annie. He realizes he has been discovered and shoots Ben in the leg. Then he points the gun at Mikey. She threatens to kill the boys if they follow her. Annie takes the keys and throws them away so they can leave, while the boys search for them. Mikey tries to find the keys in the grass. It begins to get dark, and Ben offers to wait in the car and resume the search in the morning, in the middle of the night. Mikey hears a noise outside. The two turn on the headlights and see a hungry horde of zombies heading toward them. Ben can't run, so the friends become hostages in the car. In the morning, the car is surrounded on all sides by zombies. They can't get in, so they just make noise and shake the car from side to side. The boys sit there for several hours. Mikey is paralyzed with fear, while Ben tries to find a way out of the situation. He shoots at the zombies, but there are too many to escape. Ben loses his composure and blames Mikey for what happened. If he hadn't talked to Annie, they wouldn't be in this situation. A few more hours pass. The friends understand that their food and water supplies won't last long. Now they can only guess who will give up first, them or the zombies. The next day, the friends cover all the windows with blankets, hoping that the zombies will leave if they can't see them. But zombies never give up their prey. To avoid going crazy, they decide to have some drinks despite the situation. In the morning, the friends realize they can't postpone the inevitable for long. They need to try to get the keys and get out of this hell. Ben asks Mikey to go out and do whatever it takes to survive. He asks his friend to leave him there and run if he can't find the keys. Mikey promises he won't abandon his friend. After smoking his last cigarette, he leaves the trap for freedom. For Ben, the most agonizing period of his life begins. He stands there for what seems like endless minutes, waiting for his friend. The boy almost loses hope when suddenly he hears a joyful noise from above. He opens the hatch and lets Mikey in. He asks him if he found the keys, but realizes something is wrong. Mikey shows his bloody hand, and Ben realizes he was bitten by a zombie. At that moment, the last hope dies inside Ben. Ben shoots Mikey right in the head, then screams in pain. Ben spends the next few days in despair, trying to recover from the death of his only friend. After some time, he communicates with Annie through the radio. The boy tells her about the trick they used to escape from Mikey's parents' house. The boys attracted the zombies to one side of the house and left them to enter while they left through the other side. Ben tells Annie that he will try to repeat this trick. If he survives, he will find her and put a bullet in her head. The boy puts on Mikey's headphones and takes off the blankets from the car's windows to attract the zombies' attention. As they crowd in front of the car, he gets out of the trunk. At the end of the story, we see Ben limping down the street. He is alone, without supplies and weapons, and a hungry horde of zombies is following him. But now the boy has a purpose that drives him to keep going, to avenge Mikey's death.